Alright, just a quick video on that latest pair I got, and there's no secrets here. You guys, you can see by the ripped off top of that Nike box, and that's another Uptempo. Just quickly, let me show you the label. As you can see, Air Max Uptempo in this black, white, LT retro and pink Paul, whatever that is, or aka this colorway is the quote-unquote South Beach colorway. Now, I'm not a huge fan of that colorway, and I think it's kind of played out at this point. As you can see, totally ripped off box. And one thing to note is this, the size 9, but I'll talk to you about that in a little bit. So I went over the few stores this weekend, Marshalls, Ross, all that, Nordstrom Rack, in a search of the Air Command Force. I saw that they're finally hitting the bottom line, and they're around $60. So I just wanted to grab a pair just to kind of review for you guys and probably beat the hell out of it over the weekend, not the weekend but the winter time. And I know it's a model that a lot of people were expecting, but the $200 price point and the ridiculously cheap garbage leather they used on the upper was something that really turned a lot of people off. And like I said, eventually they end up in the very, very deep discounts in Marshalls and Ross and all those stores. I know I actually saw a few LeBron 11 colorways in Marshalls, which again, no surprise there at all. I think they overproduced all the colorways of that model, and to be honest, and I've said it many times before, I'm not a fan of his line of sneakers. But that's a different story. Back to these. You probably saw my previous video a couple weeks back on the original colorway, the black and white and the teal. Those are a landmark sneaker for me. Not only being the first Nike that featured the full length visible air unit on the shoe. They were unique back for the day. The moment I saw them, I loved them. They were super expensive. I could never get them. A ton of players that I loved on the NBA back in the day rocked those, and I always liked the model. I have the lows they released 10 years ago. You guys have seen that as well. But I grabbed now the original on a discount. It was $100 off of Villa. Good price in my opinion, but even better price for this one. I got them for $69, I think, and let's quickly check the sticker. Oh, $65, my mistake. So this is the price they were at Nordstrom Rack. Do you guys know these released at $160? And I was not looking to pay $100 and nothing for them, knowing that the quality is not the best and there is no hype around them. So I knew eventually they're gonna go down in price. This is how things are playing out, and in general these days a lot of sneakers are sitting, which is a great trend I like to see. We're probably going back to the old days where we can go to the Nike outlet and buy all we want for significantly discounted price, which is great, especially for people like me that buy sneakers all the time. It will be a lot easier on my budget, and I'm definitely going to appreciate that. So 160 to 60 almost. I think it's a great discount, although not a colorway that I was attracted to. Again, if I remove this sort of textured trim they created around here, and the pink, I think it's solid. The gray with black and this translucent blue, it's fine. Again, the pink is not that visible when you're walking, except the logo on the back where Uptempo logo is. And the gray is kind of okay. I don't mind that off-white or gray, lighter gray shade. But that trim is kind of bugs me a little bit. I'm gonna look for a way to actually color that black. If not, I'm just gonna wear them. That's my plan. I'm just gonna wear them until they fall and fall apart on me, which will take a long time considering how many pairs I'm actually wearing and how many pairs I have. But another weird thing about this is the size 9. So my other one, and let me just pull it real quick, the original colorway is 8.5, and they fit me perfectly well. And that's very weird. I saw that those in the store. I put them on my feet, and I was like, wait a minute, 8.5 is kind of small on me. What's happening? Was I not wearing a sock with the other one when I tried it on? Because I ordered these online, and 8.5 it's perfect. You know, I just put them on and they're great. But these, I'm like, I'm shocked. You know, let me try 9, and 9 fits almost perfectly well with a tiny little bit of a room for my toe. And one of the things being, if you notice here, the toe, it's very soft, like super thin, so to speak. This synthetic leather used is very thin, and the nubuck is thin. It's kind of a very pliable. So I was like, well, maybe it is. That's the reason, because look at the toe here, like it's a lot harder. I can barely press this down, and this is being pressed with no effort at all, and this is like super hard. I think the synthetic leather here used is a lot thicker, and you can kind of see this. I mean, you can see the ribs here on the upper, how well outlined they are. And if you look at this one, they're almost non-existent. They're kind of a, you know, softly graduated, barely seen, so to speak. Here the insole is black, by the way, and the inner liner is white. But this one, black inner liner and this teal and pink insole right there with a pink swoosh. But again, you know, very thick. So I'm like, yeah, I guess this is the kind of a different upper, and you know, size 9 is fine. You know, I had to grab the size 9. So just for word of advice for those that are looking to buy this one and already have this, and they're, you know, wondering. So anyway, but you know, grabbing them for this price, you know, $65, it was kind of unexpected to see them there that quick, because, you know, these released, I don't know, no more than a few months back. But again, you know, not a lot of demand. People are in generally sleeping now on through classics. They buy new plastics, what I call them, or shoes that are made with you know, washcloth, and they just slap a outsole there and hype them up, and they've been sold for, you know, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But hey, that's whatever rocks your boat, whatever you like. You know, if you like these kind of shoes, buy them. If you don't buy them. It's entirely up to you. But for me, you know, the shape of this shoe and the history that represents, and the whole you know, fact surrounding this as a must buy. And you know, despite the fact that the colorway is not my top preference and it's not something I really, you know, love, I still am planning to rock them over the winter time. And I mean, what else I can say? It's a classic model, you know. I kind of like this translucent outsole they put on here. It's not, you know, it's not too crazy since it's so minimal, and you have the air unit right there. I like the toe, how it looks in the front with the translucency. And in general, I mean, these are very comfortable shoes, even for a retro. When you put them on your feet, they are, you can feel the air system. They're kind of responsive. I assume if you wear them for a while and they break in a little bit more, they're going to become even more comfortable. Just a quick look on the back, you see the Uptempo logos and the difference between them. You know, the same pull tabs. These are kind of produced a little bit later than the original colorway. Let me see if the camera picks that up. Maybe not. If I bring it even closer, yeah, maybe. So 10/24/14 to 1/13/15. And yeah, I mean, you can see the difference in the shades. Maybe the camera shows it, maybe not. This is kind of true white, and this is off-white, sort of light gray. Same style of the swoosh with a little black outline. And the laces are the same, although these kind of look thicker, in my opinion, and darker, probably to match the upper. But again, you know, for me, great price. You know, anytime I can grab a classic sneaker with the technology like this, you know, full-length visible wear, that was huge back in the day. To get them for this kind of price, that's just unthinkable. You know, grabbing them for $60 when they're 160 plus tax. If you buy them, you know, on a release day, like some people do with other sneakers, that would cost you a lot of money. And you know, I don't know. Just in general, I think this is one of those colorways that probably not a lot of people are after anymore. You know, since the whole South Beach trend is going out of style, so to speak. But at the same time, I'm expecting other colorways of this shoe to show up in a lot of outlets, including the Nike outlet. So I'm planning to grab the white, black and red, or the white, black and blue one. Those look very clean, although not original. They still look very clean. They have some very good synthetic suede on them, and you know, if I grab them for the same price, why not? You know, $60. Hey, it's a reasonable price in my book. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Without me rumbling too much, that's another quick pickup from me in a very reasonable price. So this is how I like to keep the things around here. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. Stay tuned to collectivekicks.com for more sneaker news, reviews, and history articles. And until next time, guys, you have a wonderful day.